Gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up. Hey, are you ready for this?
Hello, everybody. This is Christopher DJ Venom Turner, aka the King of Bling here, and I am excited for today because we have elite leader Ashley Delong and her husband Johnny with us, and they are going to talk to us a little bit about their experiences with paparazzi and what it's done for them, as well as what they may be able to share with you to give you that extra push, right? And so before we do that, I just want to make mention that I thank you guys for coming and taking this hour out of your day to advance your businesses and know more about it. We are live in Elite Blingers. We appreciate you guys coming and joining us. Other than that, let's just get into a prayer and get this party started. Dear Lord, I just thank you so much for this opportunity to have these amazing people come here together and be able to speak and learn from this amazing leader. Lord, I ask you to open up our hearts and our minds and our thoughts and let us implement these tools as they're being given to us, Lord, because we know that you've provided us this amazing path and this journey for us to be able to take these blessings that you're giving us, Lord, and let us do what we're here to do by making those things come true. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, so with that being said, I would like to introduce Ms. Ashley.
Hello, you guys.
How are you?
I am good. How are you guys? How are you, Christopher? Excited
I
to
am
be on with
always
you guys.
good.
Good.
Thank you so much for joining with us. So you've been on our trainings before in Kingdom of Blingdom.
I have.
Right, but now we're actually speaking to my uplines team as well in Elite Blingers.
Exciting.
Yes, and you probably know Marissa Clark very well, who is in here with us. Hi, Marissa.
Hello. I don't think we've officially met, but I've heard her name and I know of you. So yes.
Oh, hello, Miss Ashley. Thank you so much for spending your Friday night with us. We really just want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to chat with us, answer questions, give us some nuggets, and we're just really thankful to have you here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here for you guys. So excited. Christopher messaged me on Wednesday. He's like, let's do this. I was like, hey, I'm down. You guys know I'm always down to try to be here with you guys. So always.
So, Ashley, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself and your business before we get too much started?
Oh, goodness. So I am 26 years old. We hit Elite when we were 24. Yep, we were 24. We were one of the younger elites, or younger individuals to hit Elite in the company. We started completely broke, had no money to our name. I worked a full-time job as a CNA registered medication aide before I joined Paparazzi. Johnny was an HVAC technician, worked with heating and air, a bunch of units, you know, the stuff that keeps your house cool and warm. So we basically had no money. We were basically barely making ends meet. Several nights we went to bed without food, provided for our daughter the best we could. We do have a 6-year-old daughter. Her name is Brinley. She is the love of our life, and everything that we live for is for her. So I came across Paparazzi in February of 2018. I joined unbeknown to Johnny and my family and everyone else. I had mentioned it a couple times and it was, don't really know, you've tried other things before, not really been successful, don't want to see you fail, but you want to do it, you want to do it. So I took the last $113 and some change we had in our account and I bought our starter kit. $35 or 35 pieces, and I got my kit about 2.5 weeks later and I hit the ground running and I have not looked back. We hit director 3 months in, and then every month after that we pretty much ranked up. We got stuck at producer. Premier producer was a little bit of a struggle, and then it took us about it took us 14 months to hit elite from when we hit premier producer to elite. Right now I have a front line of 78 team members, 78 frontline. I hit Crown Club 5, 10, and 25 in 9 months. And we are 289 team members deep now as of today. Just signed a new team member today. So we are very, very blessed with our team. Our team is Team 4:13, derived from the Bible verse, I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. So our team name kind of derives from, you know, our backgrounds and, you know, believing that we can do anything in Christ who strengthens us. And, you know, with the power of what he can do and what, you know, our dreams and aspirations are, we have been able to overcome so much in our life and pay off debt we never thought that we'd be able to buy a brand new vehicle. To us in cash, we don't make any payments on our vehicle. You know, being able to have financial security and being debt free at 24 and a half was a huge accomplishment for us. And, you know, being able to keep Johnny home and do the things that we've always wanted to do at such a young age has been just a blessing all around. And it couldn't have been possible without hard work, determination, and of course our team's backing and support, but also being there for our team, being a leader, showing up as a leader, being there not only as a leader, but as a friend, as a guidance, you know, being kind of the light to their path. Now we can't be their path. Not everybody follows in the same footsteps, but what we can do is guide them in the right direction to success. And that is, as leaders, is our kind of our motto, is we want to help guide you. We're not going to hold your hand every step of the way, but we're going to guide you in the path to success. And that's how I believe our team's been, you know, as successful as it has been. Have we been as fast growing as some teams? No. Have we been as you know, mind blowing as some? No, but we did go through the ranks pretty quickly when we first started 2018, 2019, and it slowed down a little bit, but there's still momentum. We're still growing to this day. I mean, we just signed a new team member today. So it's still growing. It's all in how much work and effort you put into it, to your team, to your, you know, your personally sponsored, your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th downlines. It all depends on that. But that's a little bit about me. Anything you want to add? Johnny's sitting here next to me. This is my John. He doesn't like being on camera as much. He does go live with me.
There's
so
just not a whole lot of space right here.
we don't, yeah. I have a desk right here, so I can't move over anymore. And then the arms of my chair.
In. No, I don't. I mean, at the first part of it, I mean, I really didn't. I saw that her joining other MLM companies and didn't really go too far with them. And at the time, we were just like super broke. We didn't have a whole lot of money. So I was very skeptical at the beginning, but she is a very smart and hard-headed person sometimes. So she took the money and ran with it, and she grew it very fast. So.
Well, and you know what, Johnny, I have a similar story. When me and my wife started, I was skeptical. I was like, how much $5 jewelry do you really have to sell to make money? Like, come on, seriously? But I mean, if this is the way you want to have your time and do your little free thing and your little hobby, hey, you go ahead and do it. And she took it seriously, like Ashley did, and like seriously started selling this stuff off like it was candy, and people were just buying at it, and it changed my thoughts. And then Marissa Clark, who is in here, she finally, at one point, once we got to that level that, like, you know, she was seeing my wife having those struggles that, you know, a consultant would have in time and management and all that kind of stuff, but also knowing that this was our business, she kind of gave me that chokehold and showed me those ranks and those achievements and like, there's money in this business, right? And then my eyes opened up and my brain started working and my ears started listening and my mouth started speaking. And so that's kind of how we got into it too. So having people like you as examples is what is leading me to get where I want to be, right? Having Marissa as a mentor, that's getting me to be where I want to be. And you guys, I know from the last time that we talked, the Elite Blingers may not know this, but you had told me that like you had to discipline yourself, and you started that from the very beginning, right? You had told me that you like literally were living off hot dogs and ramen if you had to make sure that you had the money to order.
I get goosebumps when it gets brought up. But yes, when I bought my starter kit, we actually went 4 nights without any food in our fridge, except for hot dogs and chicken nuggets from the dollar store. We had literally scraped up change from the cup holder of Johnny's truck to be able to go to the dollar store and buy those little, half-pound packets of chicken nuggets and hot dogs for our daughter. Several nights we went to bed hungry. I relied on the food that I got from work, and Johnny relied on dollar biscuits from McDonald's. That's pretty much what we relied on for 4 days after I bought my starter kit, because we had no money in our bank account. So to know that's where we were, to basically moving into our own, we live in a townhome, so we rent, but being able to pay rent and water, electric, internet, upgrading our business, new ring lights, new setups. We use Comet Soul. We just added Shopify. We're adding Pinterest, adding, Instagram and Facebook shops, all of our different avenues. We've grown slowly but surely. We've not jumped into any of this just, head first, I'm going all in, everything on the table. Everything was on the table at the beginning, but like my ring light, I didn't go out and buy the most expensive ring light. Johnny made my ring light with a wreath, some tin foil, and some rope lights and zip ties, and duct taped it to a broken tripod that we found in the basement of his dad's house. That is how I went live. I had one pegboard that we scratched up $6.97 for at Lowe's to buy one 4-foot by 8-foot pegboard so I could have a pegboard to go live behind me. I did not start with numbers. I literally printed my numbers off at work because I had no money to buy reverse numbers. So when I see all these people are like, I can't start this business, it's so much money to start this business. Like, I started with nothing. Okay, nothing to my name. My very first live, I sold every single piece of my starter kit. And I still, to this day, I always look at Johnny. I'm like, do you remember that day when I opened up that box and I was sitting there like a box, it was like a box of chocolates, like candy to me. I'm like, let's show this story and let's do this thing. And I sold out and I'm like, I have nothing more to show. Like, I don't have any more money coming in right now. So I've got to figure something out. And back then when I joined, there was about a 4.5-week wait between orders. So I was literally like begging people to like trade with me pieces that I had like stockpiled away. I'm like, I've got this piece that I can trade you for this piece that I hadn't wore yet, just so I could get jewelry into show, because I was selling out of everything. So when I hear I can't do this business, it's just so hard, I'm not getting any viewers, I'm not making any sales, so what? Okay, it's all in your mindset. And like Christopher was saying, self-discipline. You can't let yourself be so hard on yourself to where you want to quit, you want to call it quits, you want to be done, you want to say, okay, I'm not getting viewers, I haven't made a sale in 5 days, I haven't done this. Are you really all in? Okay, if you guys went to convention, you guys know what I'm talking about. Are you really giving it 100%? Not even 100%, 200%. Okay, you have your physical 100%, your body's 100%, and your mental 100%. To me, 200%. It's always been 200%. What my body can handle and what my mind can handle. Okay. Being consistent. I was live. I would get home from work. I would literally change out of my scrubs, take a shower, throw some clothes on, and go live. And I would be live until 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. I would invoice until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I would go to bed and wake up at 4:45 in the morning and start my day over again. I had so much discipline, and I worked a full-time job when I started this business. So I worked February, March, April, May 10th, 2018, I quit my job cold turkey. I woke up that morning and I was like, not going into work, not doing it. They wanted me to work a double on Mother's Day, and I was not missing another holiday without my daughter. So I was like, not showing up to work. Never a day had I quit ever. So that was kind of.
And most importantly, though, when you did sell all those pieces from that kit, you didn't go and buy Taco Bell.
No.
You know what I mean? You continued, you reinvested.
Yes, absolutely. Reinvesting is super, super important.
And that's where that discipline comes in, because when you're struggling and you're wanting to get that money and you've sold all the things in your kit, like you feel like you've accomplished that, right? And there's a lot of people that feel like also they want to treat themselves, right? But they're not ready to do that yet financially. And then they end up embezzling from themselves and killing their business from the get-go. Yep. And so that from the start and use that discipline to keep you going. What kind of businesses were you and Johnny in before you started Paparazzi?
The last one before I joined Paparazzi was actually Mary Kay. Before that, it was a legging company. And then before that, I was with It Works.
Oh, gotcha. So you've always done direct sales.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay,
Since
good
I've been out
deal.
of high school.
Real quick, I'd like to introduce you to my wife, Sarah Marquez. She's in here.
Hello, Miss Sarah.
She's my beauty behind the business here. Babe, are you available?
I'm here. I said hi.
Oh, okay.
She
So
said it
she
when I
does a
said
lot.
hey.
So she does a lot of our sales. I do a lot of our training, but she just recently hit Life of the Party Diamond last year, and then already has hit bronze for this year.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so she's definitely working it. Babe, did you have any questions for Ashley?
Not at the moment. I'm just kind of taking it all in.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure that I included you because, sometimes when I get into these things as the kind of the spokesperson for it, I kind of forget that there's an audience too, and I didn't want to leave you out since,
Oh, I do
of
have
course,
one.
I'm under your wing too, right?
I do have one question.
Go ahead.
Is I want to take it to the next level. I mean, I hit diamond, but I already go live like 6 to 7 nights a week. I've added morning recaps. I do my albums, my wall drops, but I'm like, how do I take it to the next level? How do I do more than that? Like, I don't really know where to go from here.
So I know Christopher was bragging on you the other night on Clubhouse when we were talking. I think it was Wednesday night, but Tuesday or Wednesday, all my days are going together. You have that comment sold account, okay? Which means you have a website literally that you're paying for and you're not using. So my best suggestion would, if you're not going to use comment sold, find another e-commerce platform. Shopify, GoDaddy, Wix, True IMS, or whatever the other one is. Use all the avenues. So I know you say you use Facebook. There's Instagram shopping, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, which I think he said you used. There's Pinterest. You can create pins on there and link it to your websites, which is what I'm working on right now, to kind of take it to the next level. So what it's using your funnels, using your resources that are at hand to take it to the next level. So Facebook's the only platform you're using. You have Snapchat you can use, post in the stories of Snapchat, send your customers there. You have TikTok, you can promote your business. Now I know there's something with, if you have Square, you can make a store on TikTok. I don't know how all that works, so don't ask me. There's a Square store
Yeah,
too.
I've heard that too.
So there's different avenues. So I would say, as far as taking it up to the next level, is weighing out all of your funnels. Some of them you have to pay for, some of them are free, some of them are just there for you to use. Now, of course, some of them you do have to have kind of a network following. But I mean, if you're already hitting the life of the parties that you're hitting, you obviously have a following. Your customers are going to follow you where you go. So if you say, hey, I'm going to be on Instagram tomorrow, they're going to follow you on Instagram. And then you're going to pick up some more people. And then the next day you're going to be like, hey, I'm posting pictures on Snapchat. Come follow me on Snapchat. They're going to follow you on Snapchat because they're going to want that $5 jewelry addiction fed. So using all of your different funnels, I would say would be what I would recommend as your next level, kind of stepping it up. Having a website, and Johnny can attest to this. I was literally laying in bed. What day was it? Sunday morning. I think it was Sunday morning. I was like not feeling good, not having it. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's like, let me go check these comment sold carts. Check comment sold carts. I had made $191 literally laying in bed. Didn't do nothing. Just laid in bed and was sleeping, relaxing. Banked $191 overnight because I had that website available. So when people get bored, we like to shop. At least I know I like to. I'm endlessly scrolling through Amazon, endlessly scrolling through Pinterest, endlessly scrolling through, Johnny's literally scrolling through Marketplace, Facebook right now. So when we get bored, we're constantly, well, at least me, I'm constantly wanting to shop. So having that kind of availability, and especially at the level you're at now. Side note from this, if you are a newbie just starting or your sales are not where you want them to be, please do not say, I'm going to jump into comment sold because Ashley Delong said so. I'm going to jump into a website because Ashley Delong said so. Okay. Please understand, I'm only stating this because Sarah had asked her next step. Okay. Sarah's hit those life of the party ranks. She's doing her sales consistently. She's wanting the next level. Like I said at the beginning, you have to start small and you have to grow. As your business grows, your business aspects grow. So please, if you are new, or your sales are not big, okay, like where you want them to be, please do not say, well, because Ashley said I need a website, I'm gonna go make a website tonight. Please don't do that, okay? But if you believe that you are ready for that next level, that next step, that is something that I recommend, because it is something your customers can go and shop 24/7. Now they can shop your replays, they can shop your album sales, they can shop, pictures. That's okay. That's another free resource. But if for that next level, I definitely recommend having a website. Our website has changed our business outlook like 360, 375, like full turnaround. We love our website. We live by it. But we have grown up to that. So that's my recommendation, Sarah. Sorry, it was long-winded.
I think my thing is I am not a tech savvy person. So once I got signed up for Comment Sold and started looking at it, I got really overwhelmed trying to figure out how to actually like get it going. So
I'm always here, Sarah, and I know Christopher's talked to you. If you need to hit me up on video messenger, or you need to hit me up on phone call, whatever, let me know, let Christopher know, whatever. I am here to help you. Their support is amazing. They have like lifetime real support, and then they have their VIP group on Facebook, and they're amazing. But we can talk more about that too. I don't want to take up the whole time talking about Comment Sold, because some of you guys aren't at that point yet. But hit me up, Sarah, and we will definitely talk. I don't do like trainings per se, because there is so much into it, but I can guide you in the right directions. Everything I did on Comment Sold was self-taught. I did not I watched other people, but everything I've done on Comment Sold has been self-taught, me and Johnny.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
So Ashley, as a leader, as an elite, what do you think your best quality is as far as your training abilities? Like what do you often train on when you're asked to come into trainings?
So the biggest training points that I have is not sugarcoating and having tough skin. That's pretty much what I've known for. If you guys have watched any of my trainings in the past, or have stumbled upon any of my trainings I've done in other groups, I've known for training and talking on not taking crap for an answer. Okay. I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm as blunt and as real as possible. I don't believe in rainbows pooping butterflies. Okay. Just kind of as an analogy, sometimes the truth hurts, but sometimes the truth is what you need to push you to go that extra mile. And if I'm going to sit here and say, Paparazzi is just this amazing, amazing, amazing company, and you'll never, be worried, and you'll never have a stress in your life, and I'd be lying. Okay. Paparazzi takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. There will be times you scream, and times you want to just pull your hair out and say, I'm done with it. Just screw it all. I want to throw it all in the trash. There's going to be days like that. But when you overcome that feeling of overwhelm, like being overwhelmed, you're going to feel that sense of accomplishment. Like, okay, I can do this. I can get back on track. But when you have somebody there like me, who's like, dude, like, get your butt in gear. Let's do this. Let's game plan. Let's figure out what we can do to overcome where we are and what we're doing right now. We can do this. Okay. Swift kick in the butt, kind of the type of person I am. You come to me and you ask for business knowledge, etc., wanting to better your business, wanting to, gain more viewers, whatever it is. I'm going to tell you how it is. I don't believe in saying, oh, well, if you do this, this might work. And if you do this, then this might work. And then follow back up with me in a week. I'm going to be following back up with you in a week. I'm going to be giving you homework, things you need to do to accomplish the things you want to do. Now, I'm not doing it for you, but I'm going to give you the guidance. So having tough skin on that aspect of, once you start growing a team, you're going to have haters. You're going to have a target on your back. You're going to have people that try to knock you down, and people that try to drag you through the mud, and people who, want to see you fail. That's the fire under my wings. Okay. I love a good challenge. So to me, if somebody is dragging my name through the mud, that's a challenge for me to be better and be more successful. I don't tolerate the BS. That's just the type of person I am. You can love it, hate it, leave me. I really don't care. But at the end of the day, I've always been the person to, you're going to give it to me straight or don't give it to me at all.
Right. And you know what? I think that for those of you that are listening to, when you hear that criticism, or you hear that tough skin that you need to have for your business, you also need to implement it. You've got to put those things into action. Just hearing it doesn't necessarily change the ways, right?
Exactly.
You've got to have the action to put behind it. Thank you. And I think that that's probably one of the greatest tips for anybody is to have that tough skin and have that ability, right? Because we're, as humans, we need to be able to adapt.
Exactly.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So is there anything in particular that you feel if you could go back now in your training and change something that you started from the beginning, what would it be? You know, for me, for instance, I'm just going to say that when I first started this, I allowed a lot of people to join under my wing and join my team just because they wanted, say, necessarily to get the kid, or wasn't sure they wanted to sell, or even was sure they wanted to sell. But I didn't lead those people myself directly immediately. I let time lapse between me and those people, and some of them followed my amazing upline, Marissa Clark, and are still in the game, luckily for me. But now that I am there, I wish I would have started back from the beginning and had those people that wanted this business, but I failed them, to still be there. Does that make sense?
Yes. So for me, one of my biggest, I guess, regrets as a leader would be not paying attention to my back office, my tree view downline, all of my reports in my back office that I had, and seeing what my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh downlines were doing. I was focused, like my main laser focus for the first like year and a half was my direct downlines. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, me and Johnny had conversations. I'm like, look, like I've got a second and third downline, like killing it. And I haven't reached out to them or made my appearance known. Like they probably don't even know who the heck this purple haired girl is. So for me, it was not being able to, or not taking into account that those second, third, fourth, fifth downlines, like no matter how many downlines, they're still on my team. They're still a part of Team 413s. So every time we get a new sign up now, I go to my back office and I send them a text message, congratulating them to the team, welcoming them, introducing myself and Johnny, letting them know we have our team group, our team chat. We are here 24/7, 365. Save my number. Here's my email, my contact information, and my Facebook. Letting them know that they have more than just their direct upline. And for me, you know, I didn't have a direct upline or a second upline. My actual like upline now is my third in line, who is also another elite. So for me, you know, I would have thought that I would have kind of looked at the lower levels, but I had got so caught up in training just my direct downlines that I didn't think to even reach out to my third, you know, my second, third, fourth downlines. And if you guys have a larger team, sometimes just a simple message of, hey, I see you're killing your business. Is there anything I can help with? That makes their day. So being there for them, shouting them out in the team chats, letting them know that you see them. And I'm not saying interact with their lives or share their stuff or whatever, but just a simple shout out can really brighten somebody's day and give them that kind of mentality boost that they may need to continue to strive better in their business. So I definitely say my downfall was not reaching out to my lower levels when I should have, but I've definitely turned that around in the last 2 years.
And it's kind of funny that you mentioned that, because when I first started learning and leading, and I still to this day feel like everybody that's on my downline, regardless of what level, like when I get an email that says I got a personal sponsor, or that somebody's joined my team, like automatically I see it as like those are a personal sponsor, right? And I try to reach out to them immediately.
Yep.
I try to let them know that I'm here, you know, and I've done that from the very beginning of I call it my headlock. When Marissa came and put me in a headlock and showed me, hey, dude, like you're missing all this money, buddy. So once I learned that, and I learned this strategy, right, and I immediately started reaching out to everybody. But then I also noticed that I was spending so much time at people that weren't wanting what I was trying to offer them, that I wasted I don't want to say wasted time, because at least the effort was there, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so that was a positive thing that I was productively trying to do. But all of that time that I put into that didn't get utilized, I wish I would have been able to like put it closer to my personal sponsors. And it's something that I'm having to try to change now, is I'm trying to work a little closer with those that are either wanting it and wanting to be runners, or those that are my personal sponsors. And I'm learning all of those tools to be able to get those people further and further down the lines, regardless of whether they want to talk to me or not, at least having that opportunity and kind of that onboarding, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Yep. And I agree with that. And sometimes it's just, you feel like your time's being wasted when you reach out to a downline and you don't get a response, or you get a thumbs up, or you get left on unread. Like, I get it. I've had that happen before. It can get frustrating. You're not necessarily wasting your time. You as a leader have given that benefit of the doubt to that person. The ball's in their court. What they do with it after that is on them. And
Amen.
I've also utilized Calendly, which has been very, very useful for my team. So if you guys have teams, I would look into it. It's like almost like calendar, but it's Calendly, and it's free. They do have a paid option. I've always used the free option, and I literally set up my time block for the week, and I'm like, hey, this is the availability that I have from Monday to Friday. You can set up a phone call with me, click this link, put in your consultant ID, your full name on the back office, what you want to talk about, what your goals are, what your LOP rank is, how many team members you have, and a 15-minute phone call. Most of the time it runs over 15 minutes, but I try not to double time. So if I know somebody schedules like a 12:15, I try not to schedule another one until 1. Just to give them at least 45 minutes. But that has been super helpful with me, at least kind of like scheduling my time and my availability, and knowing that if my team needs me, they'll reach out as well. And so it's all in how you train your team. So if you are reaching out constantly, and you are messaging and texting and emailing and calling and video chatting and all of this, and you're pouring your heart and soul, great. But you also have to think about yourself. So if you tell your team, I'm taking a step back from all of the personal messages for this month, and I want you guys, if you want help, to reach out to me. That will show you your runners. And I learned that the hard way. So when you take that step back and you say, if you need help, you come to me with what you need. Therefore, I'm not trying to pull from somebody's brain and pick from somebody's goals and do all of this and trying to waste energy. I'm retaining my energy and offering my services to them, to those who want it. So I kind of flip the tables.
Yeah. And I think that it's most important for everybody in here listening, if you have a teammate, like we talk about building those relationships with our customers and sales, right? And building so that they trust you, so that they come to you, so that they know that you're consistent, so they know that they can loyally shop with you. Yep. And then eventually be able to join your team confidently, knowing that you were the right person for them. So also you got to make sure that you have that relationship with your downline. You've got to still be able to talk to those people, relate with those people that you've brought into this business, or have decided to commit their time and their efforts into your business and they've joined your team. You've also got to be able to do that, because I'm telling you, having 146 people on my team, I know I can't personally go to each and every one of them every day and make sure that they went and saw the live training that was in our team group. Yep. And so it really takes all of the Indians in the tribe to get the chief's message out there. You know what I'm saying? It's you've got to pass that word to each other. And if you're not doing that, then you're really honestly not only shooting yourself in the foot by not being able to take that opportunity to build that successful team, but now you've also shot them in the foot because you're taking them out of the picture.
Exactly. Yep.
So I appreciate you so much. We're at the half-hour mark. These are an hour long typically. And if you can continue to stay with us, I'd love for you to. But I'd like to open it up to some questions and answers and participation with them. But before I do, is there anything that you'd like to address them on that maybe you want to talk about?
Main thing is just believing in yourself. And this is one thing that I train a lot on with my team and other teams that I've done training on, is believing in yourself. So many times you have family, friends, coworkers, sisters, siblings, whoever that dog on you. They talk down on you. You're never going to be successful. You're never going to make it. You're never going to make a name for yourself. You're never going to be who you want to be. You're joining a company that has thousands and thousands of consultants. But those consultants that are in the company are not you. You are yourself. And when you believe in yourself and you believe in what you can do and your capabilities, no matter what your husband says, what your kids say, what anybody says, you are capable of what you believe in. And until you understand that, you're going to have that brick wall. So if you are telling yourself right now, hey, I'm struggling, I'm not making sales, I'm not able to order daily, I'm not able to, get out of that mindset, okay? On our Team Fierce 413s, we call it a mindset reset, okay? You're going to reset that mind to a positive thinking, okay? So what if you didn't sell 5 pieces? Guess what? You still went live. To me, that's an accomplishment. So what if you didn't get the hottest, greatest pieces out there? There's hundreds of other pieces on the website that can still be hot and great. It's all in what you make it out to be. So when you believe in yourself and your capabilities and what your full potential is in this business, then you will see yourself start to grow. You'll see yourself start to inspire people. Okay, I literally have a tattoo on my arm. It's a cow lily and it says inspire in cursive. I live to inspire one person a day. And I don't stop until I know I've inspired one person a day, whether it's from a training that I've done 2 years ago, which people are still watching, and I get messages almost daily on that, or if it's somebody that's on my live video. Okay. Life's not easy. Okay. Life sucks sometimes. Life's been pretty crappy for me here recently, but I'm still keeping my head above water. And I told my customers tonight, I go live continuously and I show up for my customers because I know that they are the ones that look for me. They need that positivity, that joy, that smile, that feeling beautiful when they wear their jewelry. That's what makes my heart and soul happy. Knowing that I'm inspiring people, I'm giving people a purpose to wake up, watch my live, wear the jewelry, look good, feel confident, be themselves. But it all starts with me. Okay. Now, some people are probably like, Ashley, you're so selfish. Okay. I don't go anywhere unless my feet go forward, right? We can't go forward unless we're walking forward. Okay. We are not able to see our full potential until we believe in ourselves. So I encourage all of you guys who are watching to believe in yourself, believe in your possibilities that you are set out to achieve, your dreams you're meant to achieve, the things that you want to do. If you want to go buy that brand new car, you want to buy your son or daughter a house or pay for their college or pay off your debt or whatever it is, it starts with you and it starts today.
Now, if this was a Southern Baptist church, that would be when the organ would start playing and the lady would stand up and I'm telling you, the choir would just break the roof off the building. You know what I'm saying? Like you just rock that.
Thank you.
No, I totally appreciate you. I really do. And I'm so glad that I'm glad that you brought your message to us, because a lot of us, including myself, needed to hear that. It's not every day that we wake up and the sky is blue. You know what I'm saying? But you can bust through the clouds in your own spirit, in your own person, and be able to reach the sun,
Absolutely.
And you just I think open that opportunity for a lot of people that may not have thought about it like that.
Well, I'm glad that I could offer that for you guys.
Thank you so much, Johnny.
You're welcome.
The husband in Paparazzi, do you have anything that you'd like to add real quick before we get into some questions?
Not really. I mean, just like from my standpoint, if you are a significant other helping your wife, husband, whoever it is, put all of your faith into them, whether they fail or succeed. I mean, you're with them for a reason. You love them.
Yeah, man.
You just got to believe in them.
And that's so awesome. And, if you look at the top of the ladder, the people that are in the leader house, I mean, literally, this is not just a wife working in a lot of these elite leader businesses. Look, Marissa Clark has her husband that's behind her and supports her, backs her, and even helps her in her business, right? And you got Michelle Egan that has Kelly, and you've got just literally there's so many people in this chain that
Yep.
survive through this business and even make it prosper more than one person alone by being able to have that spousal support. So reach out to your spouses, and if they're not supporting you right now, you just keep doing what Ashley said to do, and eventually they're going to see it, and then they're going to feel just like me and Johnny, and they're going to support you.
Yep.
All
Absolutely.
right. Well, thank you. I want to open this up to questions and answers, but I know that you and Marissa are elites, right? You guys are in elite groups and a lot of elite trainings and things like that. And since you don't really have a lot that you guys know of each other, I want to see if Marissa has something that you guys would like to talk about and we can all be witness to. Hallelujah.
He's such a brat. I knew he was going to throw me out there somehow, some way. Okay, Ashley, how about this? And we can be honest too, because even as elite leaders, I like to let them know, like, we have our own struggles, right? So how about the challenge that Trent had placed for us this year? He started it in January and he wanted us to double our OV as a team. If you guys don't know what OV is, it's overall volume. That has nothing to do with our personal purchasing of sales. This is all team based. Okay. So Trent issued a challenge for all elites to double their OV month after month for the entire year. I personally have struggled with that more months than not. Okay.
Yep.
2021 has been a little bit of a struggle bus for the elite blingers, but that's okay because we are going to get there when it's our time.
Exactly.
How have you handled that challenge that Trent has placed for us?
So remember I said it's not all rainbows and butterflies.
That's right.
So our team we have doubled our OV 2 out of the 8 months.
Okay.
So not 100%, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to have 100%, but in this business, if you had 100%, it'd be easy. I mean, to be completely honest, challenges aren't put out there to make you feel bad or to disregard your success. Challenges are put out there to push you outside of your comfort zone. Now, we can't force you guys to order as leaders. We can't say, you need to order this piece, you need to order 50 of this piece, and it needs to be done in this time frame. Everybody's business grows at their own rate. We have some people who do this full time. We have some people who do this part time. We have some people who do it as a hobby, and we have some people that just pick up the jewelry and it's like, oh, I'll sell this piece every now and then when I go to work. Like, so we can't, as leaders, really project. And I may be not I may not be on the same path as you, Marissa, but for me, like you said, our team's going to do it when our team does it. I am not going to be a leader that says buy if you're not selling. Okay. So if I see your PV is 1,000, okay, I expect you to be selling, okay, at least minimum 500 to 700 pieces a month. Okay. Trent and Misty have always said, they don't want us to be buying if we're not selling. The power in this business is reinvesting what we're selling. This business is not to put us in debt. So on the opposite spectrum of, I'd love for our team to double our OV every single month, feasibly, as my type of leader, I lead on growing your business. So I don't try to put my team in debt. I don't try to put myself in debt. But like Marissa said, when the time comes, the time comes. And if we double our OV 1 month, hey, that's great. But we still have that kind of fire behind us to keep us going. I'm still going to encourage my team to purchase, but with purchasing, I also include sales. With, A comes B, okay? So yeah, as elites, it's not always, I mean, if anything, we get hounded on as elites. I'll be completely honest. They throw some hard and harsh truth bombs at us in the elite group and at the Elite Summit. We were in tears almost the whole entire time at Elite Summit, just with things that were being said. And not in a bad aspect, but truth bombs, things that, hey, this is, you know, you're slapping the face, you need to wake up in the morning. So yeah, as far as my OV aspect, we haven't been so pretty on it, and that's okay. We also
That's
hit
okay.
elite as in a very, very small number.
Yeah.
So trying to double that OV has been a little bit of a struggle, but
It is. And I
we're
wanted
still
you guys,
surviving.
yeah, I wanted you guys to hear that she also struggles with this, that their team also struggles with this,
Absolutely.
that really there always is going to be someone to push you to that next level. And when you become an elite consultant, and a lot of you guys that are watching on the Zoom and in Facebook have told me you want elite. You've said it to me. You want that pink lanyard. You want to be in that exclusive group. But to be in that group, it's going to take all you got. Otherwise, you're going to be one of the elites that's just in that group because they added you and they know who those people are. So I just wanted her to give you a little insight that y'all, we all kind of ride that little struggle bus sometimes, right? And by the way, struggle bus Saturday tomorrow on Zoom. Y'all better be here. If you struggle and you need to be here. So
Exactly.
this is not just you struggling. This is not just you struggling as a consultant to making higher sales. This is overall, we are all going through a struggle, and us as leaders are trying to pull you outside of it. You guys know that I've always said, I don't want anybody going into debt. I'm not in debt. Don't put it on your credit cards. If you are not having the sales money to put it back in there, we don't want you having warehouses of jewelry that you are not able to sell. We want you to sell. But we need all hands on deck, the all in. She mentioned it, right? That all in. But we need you guys to get a little bit more serious about it. Ashley, if you could tell them one thing to make them more serious about it, what would it be?
Real quick though, before she does, can I, I always got to have my little salt and pepper. And you know that I've been following you, Marissa, for so long, and all the elite leaders, right, that I've known about this Trent Kirby challenge. And when it was brought up to me, I took it seriously too. And I've been challenging myself. And, by doing that, I've been watching my OV, and I'm pretty much like you guys. I'm like 3 or 4 months, maybe 2 to 3 months. I can't remember exactly. And I know 1 month we actually, as Kingdom of Blingdom, tripled our OV. So I was real proud that month. So I've been watching that as well. And I just wanted to add to you two, because you guys are such good leaders, that, the more you do and your team gets those OV numbers, I mean, doubling, $75,000 worth of OV is not, like, that's not an easy task to double 75,000 OV. You're not talking about doubling an OV of like maybe 10,000 or maybe 7,000 or 3,000 that some of us other consultants could possibly do, right? So like by all of us challenging ourselves to double our OV or even doubling our PV, right? By taking it to that level, you're gonna build your business and you're gonna build your team and you're gonna build your teams, and that's gonna be making more and more lives change.
Absolutely.
Right. So it doesn't necessarily be something that has to be a high level achievement for you to get into that challenge. Right. Trent is challenging the elites to do that because he knows that the elites like the challenge. They've shown that they like the challenge. They've shown that they appreciate the business, the jewelry, and the hustle. So he will challenge them to do that. Right. But that same challenge could totally help you build your business too. So if you're not taking the Trent Kirby challenge and trying to double your PV or double your OV, then maybe that's something that you might want to look at if you are serious about being all in. And that's just what I wanted to add. Go ahead, Ashley.
And to kind of go hand in hand with that, and then we'll get back on track. I believe it was Trent, and Marissa, quote me or tell me if I'm wrong. I believe it was Trent who also challenged us to clean out our bling rooms and clean off our bling boards.
Clear the boards.
Yeah, the founder literally challenged us as elites to clear our boards. Okay, now those of us who have thousands and thousands of pieces, that's a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
But that again rolls back into our founders want us to sell. They don't
Yeah.
want us to buy. They want us to sell too. Okay, so hand in hand, I wanted to throw that in there. Trent did challenge us as elites to clear the board. So if you're struggling and you're struggling to purchase, challenge yourself to clear the board. Clear out your bling room. Show the jewelry as much as you possibly can until you don't have no jewelry to show. Okay, so reinvest. Okay, sales, reinvest. You make sales, you reinvest. Okay, putting that in there. One thing I want you guys to stay motivated that Marissa had asked me to kind of like stay in motion with your business. And it's going to sound generic, but I'm going to dig a little deep into it really quick. Remember why you started. Let that sink in for a minute. Okay. Now our whys always change as we go. Our reasoning's always going to change as we grow in our business. Why we started, there is a reason why you opened up the Paparazzi website the day you joined, and you put in your first name and your last name and your email address and your social security number and your bank account information, and you bought the starter kit. Everybody has a reason why they wanted to start their business. Whether it's financial security, making sure to provide your kids a good, future, whether it's to have a financial support for your significant other, maybe a hobby, that's okay. But there's a reason why you spent money on 35 plus pieces, okay, that day when you joined Paparazzi. There's a reason why some of you may have pondered back in the back of your head for 3, 4, 6 a month, 2 years, 6 years, however long before you actually hit that join button. But there's a reason why. And when you lose focus of that why, you lose focus of your determination, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, what you have your sights set on. You have to really stay focused. And there's days I'm sitting in this bling room and I'm like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I selling $5 jewelry? Why do I even try to lead a team? Why do I try to do this? Again, not all rainbows and butterflies, okay? I'm very hard on myself. But then I sit down and remember that the 6-year-old little girl downstairs is the reason why I do this. Because I don't want her eating hot dogs and chicken nuggets for dinner, or, asking, when the next time she can get some sugar cookies because mama can't afford it or daddy can't afford it, or when the next time she's going to get shirts that fit her because we can't afford shirts that fit her. That's my why. So I want you guys to think about that, the days that you're struggling and the days you're not making sales, or the days that maybe you're doing this to help a grandma or grandpa or mom or dad that may be, not doing so well. Okay. My dad's been in the hospital for the last 2 weeks, or I guess week now. Okay. There's been a lot of things that's gone on with my dad's health. I don't know how much longer he has. Okay. They found that his heart, or that his lung was partially deflated yesterday. So I need to know that I'm going to be okay when he's gone, that my family's going to be okay when he's gone. Okay. And I see tears in a lot of your guys' eyes, and I can't see some of your guys' faces, but that is why you should stay motivated. Okay. Your why, your reasoning, why you decided to join Paparazzi should be your motivation every single day. And I'll leave it at that.
Oh, amen, Ashley. And I don't think, man, this is powerful. And I want you to know that I'm going to be taking this and putting it on our YouTube channel. And I'm going to also build a playlist, and it's going to be interviews with the elites. And you are the very first elite to have this interview with me, and I appreciate you so much for doing it.
Thank you.
Oh boy, this is something that, like, that's why we do these Zooms, guys. We want your businesses to be just what Ashley said. We want your businesses to be that reason, right? We want these businesses to come and get you out of whatever reason you joined this business. And we are seeing that it is actually bringing us into those situations where we can then step up our why and want bigger and better things than what we originally wanted. Right? Because I know that I was there too. I was in that same position. And now I can say that I don't have to worry about Carlos saying that he wants something and me not being able to provide it. Now it's a matter of, does he deserve it? you know. And
Yep.
so seeing that how real this is, right, that this business can bring you to that level, brings tears to my eyes too, to know that Marissa's gone through that, and that's why she's crying, you know, to know that the other tears that fall are because they've been there, they've done that, and they want what you want, you know, they want those things for themselves. And you know, amen to you that you are getting that, you know. And I'm sure your why is now increasing, that now you want bigger and better, you know. And because your why is increasing, you know, your drive and hustle hasn't, because you've already self-trained you to do that, right? So eventually you're gonna get what you want. And man, this is just powerful. You know, and me and Sarah are the same way. Babe, would you like to say anything?
No, I mean, what she just said was really good, because that's what I was touching on the other day, is even though like she's going through stuff, she's making the sacrifices and still doing that work she needs to do because you know, of her family. And what are the alternatives, you know? What else is she going to do if she's not doing this, you know? So it's, yeah, it's a sacrifice, and you have to give up some things in order to do this business, but our why is what keeps us going. And the alternatives of what other job am I going to go do where I'm going to be away from my family even more, have less time with them, like. So that's what pushes me so hard on the days when I'm like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, I don't know if I can do this, who's going to listen to anything I have to say, like I'm not good enough to be a leader and things like that. And I let those doubts get in there. And I'm like, but I have to do it. I have to figure out how to be a leader. I have to figure out how to make the sales. I have to make this work because our family's counting on this. And I don't want to go back to being gone 14 hours a day to provide for my family. So this has got to work.
Absolutely.
Amen. Amen. All right. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up to a Q&A, but we're going to do it with the raise the hand method. If you don't know how to raise your hand, please go down to the more button below and click that, and you should have the option to raise your hand, or there should be a reaction button depending on which way you're using the Zoom conference. So if anybody'd like to ask Ashley a question, please raise your hand. If you are in Elite Blingers, just ask your question in the chat, and we'll be sure to address it. We have Dawn joining us into the room too, so she may be coming in to ask. Angie, please, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
I do. Thank you, Ashley, for the wisdom that you poured into us tonight.
You're so welcome.
And it was exactly what I needed to hear. So yeah, just hashtag no excuses.
Exactly. I
Just
saw the
gotta do
tears
it.
for me. I saw the tears. That means I hit a heartstring, and that's the type of leader I am. If I don't have a training where somebody cries, I'm doing my job wrong. So, take what I've said, run with it.
I like the challenge of just getting rid of the jewelry, so selling it. So that's going to be one of my goals, because I do have quite a bit of inventory, and I don't know for the life of me why I'm hanging on to it, because I've got a lot of cute pieces. So there's no excuse for me not to go live or do a flash sale or anything like that, because I have the jewelry. So, and then reinvest. So I have a goal. Praying for your dad. My husband's been in the hospital for 14 days now, and it's getting rough. It's getting really rough.
His way. You got it. You got this.
Yeah.
We'll definitely send prayers his way into your family as well.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, one thing I want to tell you, I'm big on goals. If you have a goal, don't just keep it up in here. Okay. If you don't write it down with pen and paper, I literally keep a notebook, pen and paper. If you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. Okay. So if you have goals up in your brain, you haven't wrote them down, I want you to write them down and reflect on them at the end of every day.
Got it.
Right?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Does anybody else have another question for her? Now, look, guys, I'm not having this quietness right now. Like you guys come in here and you chat me up all day long, right? And then I also have some of you that tell me, Christopher, you're always just talking. Look, you guys coming in here and you guys talk to me. This is somebody that you are obviously getting some info from. Ask your questions, please. Marissa?
Let me just wipe the snot from my nose because you just had me in all the tears. Okay, I'm a very emotional girl, and that mama stuff pulls on my heartstrings every time. And I know that many of you guys in here that are moms and dads, and you know those struggles, and those are the real ones. Okay, your child growing out of clothes and having food on the table, that will always be me. So we're not going to go there. So I have a question for you. You talked about how people have to grow in this, right? We're not going to all sign up and all of a sudden there she is. See,
There's the
there's
princess.
her reason.
So this is my daughter, Brindley. For those of you who don't know, she is our bling princess.
She is adorable.
Sorry, Marissa.
Hi. Your mama is a rock star. You know that?
She said your mama's a rock star. Am I a rock star?
Sure is. Okay, so what would be in the beginning stages, because we have a lot of people who are beginning, starting up, growing their customer base. What is another way that you would suggest for them to sell besides their normal lives? A lot of them have their normal scheduled regular lives weekly. What would you suggest to them to add on top of that to increase their sales?
So pop-up lives are huge. Okay, everyone, you always hear stick to a schedule, post your schedule, stick to your schedule. You say you're going to go live at the time you say you're going to go live. Your customers get so used to seeing you at that time. Then you get to this stagnant position of they only show up at 8 o'clock. They know you're going to be live at 8 o'clock. Well, what about those that may be working at 8 o'clock and maybe off at 10 o'clock in the morning? So throw in some pop-up lives, even if it's a 10 at 10. Go live at 10 o'clock in the morning. Keep in mind that if you're up and awake, someone else is up and awake. Okay, so if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're wide awake, and you're like, I can't sleep. Why am I wide awake? Go live. Post an album sale, late night album sale, late night owls. If you're up, somebody else is up. Okay. Pop-up sales are huge. Album sales, use the scheduling feature. And I cannot strive and yell that through the mic loud enough to you guys. Schedule posts. Let Facebook work for you when you're not working. Okay? Schedule posts. You can do that on a business page. You can also schedule posts in a VIP group. Huge game changers. Okay? If I'm downstairs eating breakfast at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, I might have Facebook post an album sale for me at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm eating breakfast, eating good pancakes and bacon, and I'm making money while I'm eating pancakes because I'm utilizing those scheduling features. So utilize the scheduling features, utilize your stories. Okay, stories are huge. I'm like clicking through stories like I am swiping through TikTok. Okay, so utilizing different times of the day, and you'll get that feel of sometimes things are working, sometimes things aren't working. If I post at 5 o'clock in the morning, I get no responses, but I post at maybe 5:30 in the morning, I get more responses. So really working. We have a thing in Fierce 413, it's called the 30, 60, 90 rule. You try it for 30 days, reevaluate. If it's working, continue it for another 60 days, reevaluate, and another 90, okay? If at the end of the 30 days, whatever you're doing is not working, tweak it, don't change it, tweak it, and try it for another 30. At the end of that 30, tweak it if it needs to be tweaked again. And at the end of the 90 days, if it's still just not working, throw it out the window and start with something else, 30, 60, 90. The problem with the consistency is people try it for a week. They're like, oh, it's not working. I'm just going to stop. Did you stop when your child needed diapers? Did you stop when your child needed food? You kept going. You kept providing diapers for them and clothes for them because they needed it. Okay. Same thing with this business. If you need the income, why are you going to try for a week and say to heck with it, I'm done?
Yep. See, and I have
that longevity.
I have a training that I've been doing. I call the taco truck theory. you know, where it's about being consistent. You got to put your taco truck out there and make sure your taco truck is out there on a regular basis, or you're going to disappoint a customer that wanted that taco one day. That, yeah, that's exactly it. You got to be consistent like that. LJ earlier in the Elite Blingers had asked the question, and hopefully she's still there. LJ Moore. She said that she wanted to know if there are other ways to sell that aren't associated with social media. What would you recommend to her that aren't social media friendly? You got a lot of people and friends and family out there that don't do Facebook.
Yep. So best thing to do, and I know this is, you know, pre-COVID, mid-COVID, we've kind of had to change things up a little bit. If you feel comfortable or have the ability, yard sales are a great avenue to have people come, even if you set up outside. Okay, you may not want them in your house because of everything going on, but yard sales are a great way to start, or great place to start if you are kind of in an area to be able to do that. Vendor events are starting to open back up. Look into getting into some vendor events if possible. Basket parties are another thing. If you guys haven't looked into basket parties, reach out to the nursing homes, to the hospitals, to local schools, PTA, fundraise, any of the local things that are going on, soccer tournaments, volleyball, you know, baseball, whatever sport is in season right now. You can go and ask, can I set up a small booth? Can I provide a fundraising opportunity for, you know, this little league team or whatever it is? Reaching out to your community resources if you aren't wanting to do social media. Blessing bags are a good thing. You're going to pick up a Starbucks before you go into work. Give the barista a free piece of jewelry and a business card. Okay, giving free pieces of jewelry out. You go to pay gas, hand over a free piece of jewelry to the gas attendant. You're giving a tip to your waitress for good service. Slide a piece of free jewelry and a business card in with the tip. Okay, great way to think outside of the box of just social media. And it does make it hard with COVID. It's a struggle bus, okay? But there are still ways to work around it given the circumstances. Hopefully that answered your question a little bit. Anything?
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And then Liz has her hand up. Liz, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to ask about the giving out the free jewelry for people that don't have a lot. What is an action that we can take to kind of ensure when we're giving out that free jewelry? Like, should we be like friend requesting them on Facebook, or what are some things that we can do to kind of like reach back out to them, or like try to, I don't know, gain a customer without losing a bunch of jewelry?
Okay, so I'm assuming you're like, you're kind of at that like growing stage, I want to say. Like, are you newer? I guess is what I'm.
Yeah, I'm only 4 months in.
Okay, so my biggest recommendation to you right now, and this is what I had to do when I started, Starlit Shimmer. Okay, Starlit Shimmer and Hostess Rewards. If you have the ability, Starlit Shimmer earrings make a great gift. You're only losing like 50 cents a piece instead of $2.75 a piece. What I would do, Starlit Shimmer, and then of course Paparazzi gives you Hostess Rewards. So every 10 that you order, you get 1 free piece unless you're gold and above, and you get 2 free pieces for every 10. Use those Hostess Rewards as those giveaway pieces. Paparazzi encourages you to use those Hostess Rewards to give away. They're a gift to you, so you should be gifting them away as well. So use those Hostess Rewards, stockpile them when you get them in, put them in organza bags, put them in separate bags, put them in your bling bag, your purse, wherever, and just don't even look at them. Like, keep them away just to get rid of them, okay? Or, well, to bless somebody, not get rid of them, but so you don't sell them, okay?
You can also do free shipping.
Yes, and free shipping, which is something that I did on the back of my business card. So when I give, like, say so we live in Virginia, so Lynchburg, or we live in Bedford, we'll go to like Lynchburg or Roanoke, and I'll take my business card, and on the back I'll write, you know, if you tune into my next live at, you know, Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and mention this business card or mention this, you know, whatever, you'll get free shipping on your next order. so that it kind of encourages them to follow up with you because they're like, hey, I can get free shipping on my next order. And then you have a hooked customer. So we do that a lot. When Johnny hands out business cards, he's like, hey, mention it and we'll give you free shipping on your next order. So things like that to kind of like incentivize.
And you're seeing rewards from that's working, that's bringing them in.
Mhm. Yeah, and I
Good.
have plenty of team members. They get blessing bags all the time, and they're like, "I gained a new customer today, and she was my waitress from last week." And I'm like, "That's so awesome!" Like, I love hearing the success stories. Now it's going to be hit and miss. Sometimes they stick it in their pocket, they forget about it, but at the end of the day, they're still going to be pulling out of their pocket and be like, "Oh, this sweet girl gave me this really cute piece of jewelry, and here's her business card. Let me go check her out." It's hit and miss. Okay, you can't say, make sure. I do like to kind of talk to them. Okay, if you're nervous, I still kind of get that way. Like if I get kind of that like awkward like waitress, it's like I don't know if I want to talk to her, but I'm still gonna kind of like slide it in there. But if you have a friendly one, talk about the opportunity. I mean, I was at Denny's one day and the lady was like, "You have paparazzi on," and I'm like, "I do," and I literally took my bracelet off my wrist and just handed it to her because I had no jewelry on. I know it's a big no-no, but she buys from me now. Okay, that lasting impression of I took that time to talk to her and have that conversation. So sometimes just talking to them is what it takes. Letting them know that they're human, that they're doing a good job, and you're blessing them with awesome, amazing jewelry.
See, Ashley, and you're just like totally proving one of the things that I say in these trainings, and everybody that has ever heard me say, they know that I tell them all to carry a bag of Starlit Shimmer with them at all times, like regardless, that
Yeah.
and their business cards.
Mhm.
And when they see a cute little girl and their mommy and they feel like that person may or may not shop from them, hey, go offer a blessing of 50-cent piece of earring to the child
Yep.
with the permission of their mom. And while the little girl's looking through the bag and picking a piece, give the mom the business card and let her know that that she could shop for adult pieces,
Absolutely.
and then leave it open to the person to ask questions and then answer them. But yeah, that's so amazing, guys. Again, I'm gonna say it so that she can confirm this, that like there you're having a face-to-face conversation with somebody and you have that open opportunity for somebody that's local to you, somebody that you
Absolutely.
could see on a regular basis. And now that person, again, she can't go to the website and buy the Starlit Shimmer. Her daughter wants more. That person's going to contact you and ask you why they can't find it. And
Yep.
now you have a hook on that person, and maybe even a consultant, because hey, that's a good hook for you too, is the advantage that, well, you can either come buy them from me, or you can join my team and sell the jewelry if you'd like to, but you have access to it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I'm glad that you mentioned the Starlight Shimmer, because that's amazing. Do you have time for another question?
Yep.
Okay, Crystal has her hand up.
Okay, hi. I'm not gonna turn on my camera because it's a hot mess express over here with a 1-year-old. So, sorry about that. Just talking about the pieces to carry on, you made me think of bling bags. And my question is, do you utilize a bling bag? And if you do you have any tips or tricks with it that you do, or any little secrets that you could give us?
So I'll be honest, I used to utilize a bling bag, but then I started conceal carrying. So it didn't exactly work hand in hand. So I don't
I'm here
carry a
for
bling
it.
bag anymore. I'm just being honest.
I'm
So
here for it.
yeah, so what I do is I literally just use little baggies if it doesn't have its original packaging, and I slide a piece in there with a business card, and I keep them in my purse. We just hand them out as we go. I used to use a bling bag before I started conceal carrying, and I mean, I'd have people stop me and ask me. I'd wear jewelry, and I'd always have like doubles. I always say if you have a cute pair of earrings in and a cute necklace, your goal is to either 1, sell, or 2, give away what you're wearing, because they're seeing your outfit, they're seeing your jewelry. You're more than likely going to get compliments on whatever it is. I'm known for my earrings. I always have like bold, bright, whatever, like earrings that catch people's attention. Always do. So always try to keep duplicates of whatever you're wearing in. Now I know sometimes it's hard because there's some earrings like these I don't have duplicates of. They're literally the only earrings I wear when I go out. Like I don't see social people. Like I don't socialize as a human, or I do trainings because I know none of y'all gonna buy them off of me. So most of the time when I try to wear jewelry, like out in public, shopping, things like that, I try to wear something that I have duplicates of because there's always like, oh my gosh, your earrings are so cute. The Burger King girl. Went to Burger King one day and lady's like, oh my gosh, girl, like your earrings are popping. They are hot. Like I need your earrings. And I'm like, you can hit my website up. Here's my business card. And I just kind of like slid it across the counter. So things like that, wear jewelry that you have in stock is probably one of my biggest tips, key points. If you don't have a huge inventory, I recommend stocking up on blockbusters. Okay, you guys all know a new blockbuster is coming in. It's gonna be the biggest, greatest thing. But don't forget about the other blockbusters. Okay, always, always, always have a stock of blockbusters. There are sometimes I'm like, I have so much of What a Gem. Like I've got so many What a Gem. I'm never gonna sell them. Johnny showed What a Gem the other night. And he sold 4 of them back to back to back. And I'm like, dude, I've showed that like 20 times this last month, and you're gonna sell 4 of them like right off the bat. But it shows that blockbusters work. Blockbusters are always in stock unless they sell out, and they're just like the Z pieces. When they're in stock, they restock them. So keeping something that always is in stock. Blockbusters are the best way to promote the Paparazzi name, business. Like they're the best of the best. They've been proven to sell time and time again. So blockbusters are probably my biggest tip. Wear What a Gem, wear, you know, the ribbon necklaces, you know, any of the blockbuster pieces that you can. Because 1, you know, they're always in stock. 2, they can shop your site with them because they're always on your website. They don't change. I've never seen a piece get retired since I've been a consultant. I've seen 2 pieces be added to the blockbuster collection since I've been a consultant. So blockbusters are a huge thing, and keeping them.
It's funny because I can't remember the name of it, but the one with the big stones, the emerald one, and then the peach one, and you know which ones I'm talking about.
Glazed, in good glazes, good. Something.
The big bulky one. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that is just huge and gaudy, and they're like, I would never wear that kind of thing, right? I hear it all the time. Mm-hmm. But did you though? Because when you put that necklace on, like that, you're gonna get compliments.
Yep. Christmas and Thanksgiving are the biggest time I sell that. The in good glazes, the black, the orange, and the green, and then the one that looks like Christmas balls, the brown one. That one sells really, really popular during Christmas time because it looks like Christmas balls. And I literally tell them, you can rock this with your ugly sweater and you can make that ugly sweater cute. I've sold so many of those. And those are ones you can pair up, automatically upsell. Okay, if you show the necklace, be like, I have this bracelet, I'm only selling it as a set. When you tell your customers, I'm selling this as a set, I am not separating it. Guess what? They want that necklace. They're going to buy it because they want the necklace and the bracelet. Hey, whatever. Okay. Make those sets and don't back down. If you don't make that sell with that set, hey, that's okay. But I'd rather make a set sell than a single piece sell. So if I can get 2 pieces together and they're going to sell for $10, I'd rather make $10 than make $5 on one piece. So make those sets and stick to the sets.
Yep. I'm telling you that Marissa was just talking about that today. And, you know, and the tip that you gave earlier about the free shipping, like that would work for you too, to somebody that you give a free piece of jewelry to in your business card. You know, if you're hooking them up with a free piece of jewelry and the business card, tell them, hey, come on my live tonight and I'll give you tax-free.
Tax-free, free shipping. I'll give you another free piece if you want it. Hey, you're local.
Right.
Anything to get them coming back.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, if they come into your live again, you know, that's a great opportunity. Hey, you like this? Come see my inventory on my live and I'll give you another free piece. Come join me. You know, these are great tips, guys. That's why we do this. And I'm glad that we have so many of you guys that are joining us. We are past our scheduled hour. Now, I don't mind going ahead if you guys all don't mind going ahead, but I think Marissa has to go. And but you know, if anybody else wants to stay, I'm more than willing to keep this open, providing Ashley has the time.
I've got about 10 more minutes or so because we do have to get our daughter ready for bed.
Okay, that's perfect. Well, then if anybody has a last minute question, we'll wrap this up with one last question, and then we'll do our prayer and we'll end out for the night.
And everybody who's hopping off, bye, you guys. Thank you guys for letting me come and speak with you guys. It was so, so good. And you guys refreshed my soul, whether you guys know it or not. Just know that I love you all. And I hope to see you guys soon. If you guys are hopping off, you guys are going live, have fun. Good luck. Go sell and sling some bling.
And you know me, you and I, we're going to keep in touch.
Oh, absolutely.
Ashley, I just wanted to say thank you again for being here and taking your time out on a Friday night. Y'all, she could have been live, she could have been invoicing or messaging her team, but she chose to spend over an hour with us. And I just want to thank you for pouring into us. May God continue to grow you and your business. And we can't wait to listen to you some more and have you again. So
You're
I have to hop
welcome.
off,
Thank
but
you so much.
I did just want to say thank you, and you guys have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Have a great night.
Hey, and you might want to do me a favor and spread the word to other elites that I might be coming for them for interviews.
Okay.
Michelle, you had something to say real quick?
I just second everything that Marissa said, because some of the things you were saying I already implement. And like I made a comment that said, twice the sales for half the time when you're saying set the sets and don't separate them. That's absolutely what I do. And then wearing the biggest, boldest jewelry, and the more eye-catching stuff, I always get comments by somebody. And that's how I've gotten all my basket parties so far. So you are just awesome, and you gave us some excellent ideas. And I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad I was able to offer some stuff for you guys. But yes, and same thing with the Starlit Shimmer. We mentioned Starlit Shimmer. I don't sell individual pieces. If you guys do, please do not waste your guys' time. Sell them in 5-packs. Make that $5. Okay. If you have a pack, sell it in 10 packs, especially around Easter, around the major holidays, summertime when girls are wanting to get dressed up with their little cute dresses and they're wanting to put bracelets on. Sell them in 5-10 packs. Okay. Don't waste your time selling individual Starlit Shimmer. Okay, I stopped that a year and a half ago.
And the fact that those things are so hard to come by is a great reason to stimulate that. Hey guys, these are exclusive pieces, Starlit Shimmer, and I only sell them in the 5-packs because of that. If you want to, I totally agree with the 5-packs. And Sarah, I think, has recently been doing that. But go ahead, babe.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I did switch to doing that. I saw a lot of people doing it, and some people were saying, "Oh, I'm afraid they won't buy." I haven't had that trouble. What I've started doing,
eat them up.
Yeah, I started doing either the 5 or 10 packs, and then I set them for pre-order. If I get them in, and I'll say, "Hey, these are in." If I still have some left, then I'll take them and I'll just snap pictures of the ones that are left, and then I'll let them break them up at that point. But I just do it in an album. I'm not going to sit there live and show one after another. And then whoever grabs them, and then they're gone and they're done.
Yep, I do that. I do Starlit Shimmer lives, and I'd show 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 and write names. And at the end of the live, I'm like, man, I only made like $60. And then I'm like, I could have made like 120 if I would have just sold them in 5-packs. So then my brain started working. I'm like, 5 and 10 packs, point blank, done. Like,
yeah,
they ain't going less than 5 or 10 packs.
Yeah.
You know what Sarah did one time though? I'm not even gonna lie. This was funny. She had so much of the singles laying around that she wanted to kind of clear house of them. So she did a live where she, we posted $1 jewelry, and she literally sat there and showed all of these pieces of jewelry. And I think people were coming in just because it was like $1 jewelry. Like, what is that, right? But she did get a few new customers that night. She sold, I think, 374 pieces of jewelry. Wasn't that it, babe?
It was something like that. It was a lot. But
yeah, but it totally cleared her bin out. She totally cleared her bin out, and like a $375 live, I'm not gonna shake a stick at. You know what I mean?
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah. So then from that point on, she started doing the 5-piece sets.
Yeah.
Starlit Shimmer, did they give you a workout? Let me tell you. I'm like pulling this out of the pack. I'm like, I don't do this no more. Like, I'll show you one and I'll show the other one.
Wrap all those little ones, and now I'm just like, okay, this is what one looks like, and it comes in these colors.
Yep. I work smarter, not harder.
All of them. Yeah, it was too much.
That's so awesome. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I'm going to end with a prayer. Dear Lord, I'd just like to come to you and thank you so much for this opportunity for Ashley to speak to all of us and enlighten us in all of the struggles and realizations of paparazzi, Lord. And we ask you to please put your hand of healing on her father and please guide her through this time right now. Comfort her in healing and faith and let her know that you have her best interests at heart, regardless of whatever the outcome is, Lord. Please be with him right now also to know that you have him in your heart and in your mind and you have a plan for him and that he should be relaxed and comforted in you, Lord, through the faith of you, Lord. And we know that you are on top of the outcome, Lord. So please be with him right now, be with her, and be with all those that are involved. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And Ashley, once again, I appreciate you and Johnny so much for taking your time and coming and just like spreading your wisdom and your story with all of us, because as you see, I think your those that were receptive of what you had to speak, it really went to heart to them.
Absolutely. And I'm so blessed and thankful I was able to do that. And like I said, I live to inspire people. That's something that we do. And, that's what we were brought into this business to do. And we're going to continue inspiring people and motivating people and not sugarcoating things, but giving them real talk. And sometimes that's what they need. So I appreciate all of the questions and the inspiration you guys gave me and the love you guys gave me, allowing me to hop on and share my knowledge and Johnny's knowledge with you guys through this hour and almost 30 minutes that I wouldn't have been able to do without Christopher reaching out to me and asking. So I want to thank you
and
for your guys'
Marcy,
time as well.
and just aware, Marcy is in our Facebook group, and you can't see her comments right now, but she also says she's praying for you and your family.
Thank you. I appreciate all the prayers and thoughts. It is greatly appreciated during this time.
Well, I'm going to continue doing these kind of things. Like I said, I'm going to be reaching out to some other elite leaders, and I'm also going to be talking to some people that are in Clubhouse that I feel have, something that they can share. I'm going to, I'm working on trying to lead my team into becoming trainers. So we're going to start having, I have a roundtable group is what I call it. And so I have the runners of my team as the roundtable. And then of course I have Marissa's upline team and a few people that are in her upline team that come in here quite often, like Crystal, who was in here earlier, and Angie, who's in here now. And they are from Marissa's uplining team, but they're in here on a regular basis. Awesome. That I kind of hold on to as leaders in this group. And so I want to also be bringing in eventually here some people from Clubhouse to help come in and talk about different things of the business that from on every level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I totally appreciate you coming and being one of the first ones to start this with me.
Well, I'm excited to have been one of the first ones, and I can't wait to see what other ones what other elites and leaders and individuals you bring in. And I'll definitely be tuning in, especially on the YouTube and everything else that you're offering and taking your time to scope out those that you want knowledge from and sharing with other team members, and not even direct downlines, but uplines and other side teams as well. But just know I'm thankful that we have our friendship that we've created and all over a taco truck theory was
right. Yeah. Well, you know what? And I've got they have paparazzi possible, but I'm paparazzi purpose. You know what I'm saying? I've got a goal
Absolutely.
to change lives. So I'm going to reach out to everybody I can. Thank you so much,
I
hon.
love it. You're so welcome.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to end the meeting now.
Bye, you guys.